Hey guys, today we are starting Unit 4, which is Consumer Applications. And I'm super excited about this unit because all of this is relevant to your everyday life, okay? Everything we're going to be covering in this unit is going to be things that when you grow older, you are going to be able to use in your life, okay? How many of us like money? We all do, right? How many of us like to buy things that we like with our money? We all do, right? And so in this unit, we're going to learn how to manage our money well. We're going to learn how to find really good deals and so that we can buy more stuff with our money. And so all of this unit is about, again, discounts and sales tax and tips so that we know how much money, how much things we can buy with our money and how much money we're spending and all of that. So I'm excited about this unit because there's no other unit that will really, you will be able to use more than this unit right here. All right. So discounts, right? When you hear discount, what you should think is saving money, right? We all like to save money. Discounts is all about how much money we can save, right? And so usually when you think about discounts, usually there is a percentage of an item where you subtract, where you take that off, right? It's taken off of the price, and this is money that you get to save. And so today what we're going to do in this lesson is we're going to be able to calculate how much a discount is, and we're going to be able to figure out, compute what is the new price after the discount. So by the end of this lesson today, you will be able to compute, you will be able to figure out, calculate what a discount is, and figure out how much the price is after the discount. So here's our steps in how we're going to do that. We're going to figure out how to find the discount, and we're going to figure out how to calculate the total, right? Now, this will depend on what the question is asking, okay? So whether or not you're figuring out how much is a discount or you're figuring out how much is the price after, you're really going to have to pay close attention to what the question is asking. Sometimes it's going to be asking for just the discount and how much money you're going to save. Sometimes it's going to be asking for how much after the discount and what is the total, okay? So you're going to have to pay close attention. To solve these types of problems, you're going to have three basic steps, okay? The first step is going to take your word problem and you're going to set up a proportion, okay? So when you set up the proportion, every single time it's going to be set up this way, right? Where you have P over B equals R over 100. Now, I know you don't know what P and B equals or the R, and so I'm going to tell you, all right? So the P equals the portion, or this is the amount that is discounted, all right? So the P is the amount that is discounted. That is how much that you're going to take off of the original cost, right? So that is the P. The B is what the item costs originally. So the B is it stands for base or the original cost, right? So how much it costs before there is a discount. That is what the B is. And then the R, that stands for rate. And the rate is a percentage, okay? So that is going to be the number that always has a percent sign with it, okay? And one way you can remember that is percent means out of 100. So the percent, the rate is always going to be over 100, all right? So we're going to set up the proportion. That is step one. After we set up the proportion, then what we're going to do is we are going to cross multiply, and then we're going to solve for the variable. And then in order to solve for the variable, we are going to divide. So in other words, for step two, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to cross multiply and divide. Cross multiply and then divide. Cross multiply and then divide. That's what we're going to do every single time in order to solve a proportion. Now, sometimes steps 1 and 2 are going to be the only steps that you have to do. Okay, if it's asking for the discount, this is going to give you the discount, all right? If it's asking for the total, then what you got to do is then you got to move on to step 3. And that is to find the new total by taking taking that base, and then you're subtracting what you got as the P, okay? In other words, you're going to take the original cost, and then you're going to subtract what the discount is, okay? And then that is going to give you the new total. Okay, so I know that's a lot, well, really it's not a lot, right? There's 3 steps. Set up the proportion, cross multiply and divide, and then, again, depending on what the question is asking, that will determine if you got to do step 3 or not. Again, step 3, some problems you will have to do step 3, some of them you won't, all right? So make sure you have this copied, all right? And let's go through a couple examples. All right, so I want you to know there's a couple examples here. We're going to do 4 together really quickly. Your problem is going to be the same. The name in the problem might be a little different because I did try to change some of the names just so that they, they fit some of the people in certain classes or whatever. So don't pay attention to the name. Don't trip if your name is different than what you have on your paper. The problem is still the same, okay? All right, so Jaden goes to Walmart to buy a water cooler for a party at his house. The water cooler is $4,650. That is important, okay? The water cooler is that much. Walmart is offering an all-season discount of 18%, okay? That's important. The discount is 18%, okay? How much is Jaden paying for the water cooler, okay? So again, the question is asking me, how much is he paying for the water cooler? So that is a total. How much he's paying for is the total, okay? Again, it didn't ask me just for the discount, so that means I'm not just stopping at step 2. I had to go on to find what is the total price. So I do have to do all 3 steps in this problem. So step 1, I got to set up my proportion, okay? So again, I'm just going to remind you, is P over B equals R over 100. Now, I got to figure out what each piece is, okay? Again, the 4,650, okay? That is how much the water cooler cost. That is the original price. So which one of which one of my pieces is the 4,650? Is it the P? Is it the B? Is it the R? You pause it. You think about it. You tell me. What do you think? If you said it's the B, you are correct. It is the original price, okay? So it is going to be the 4,650 is the original price, okay? That's the base rate. Then the 18%, okay? Where is the 18%? Well, we said the 18%, whatever have the percent sign, is going to be over the 100, okay? So it is the rate, okay? The rate, again, in your notes earlier, we said the rate is always a percentage, right? It is the number that has the percent sign with it. So that means to tell me then the P, the portion or the discount, we don't know. We got to figure that part out, okay? So this is our proportion. X over 4,650 equals 18 over 100. Now, from there, I am going to cross multiply. All right, so X times 100 is going to give me 100X, X times 100. Then when I cross multiply here, 4,650 times 18, bust out my calculator, 650 times 18, that's going to give me 83,700, okay? Then, once I get here, how do I solve for the variable? Got the X times 100, I got to divide. Again, I want you to see, I'm showing you all of the work right here, but all you have to do is cross multiply, then divide. 83,700 divided by 100 is going to give me $837. Okay? Now, so I cross multiply, I divide it. Again, this was step 2, this part right here. All right? Yeah, I couldn't move that all over. Again, this was step 2. Now, step 3, it is asking me for the total. So because it's asking me for the total, my answer is not 830 because this is the amount of the discount, all right? So what I got to do now is I have to go back, take the original. Again, I told you it was to find step 3 is B minus P, okay? That was the B minus, what did we find is the P, is this, and I got to subtract that, okay? And so when I subtract that, that's going to give me how much the total is after the discount. So 4,650 minus 830, and that is going to give me 3,813. Okay. And that is the price after the discount. So that is my answer. Okay. So seems like a lot. It's really not. All we had to do, we set up the proportion, we cross multiply, divide, and then step 3, we just subtract it. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. All right. Marcus went to Applebee's for dinner with some of his friends. Okay. The bill comes to $87.43, and one of his friends has a 12% off coupon. All right, coupons are the same thing as discounts, right? Coupons, money taken off, same thing as a discount. How much do they save with the coupon? Okay, so now we're looking for how much they save with the coupon. So the bill is $87.43. The percent of the coupon is 12%. How much do they save? How much do we save? If we're asking for how much we save, we're asking for the discount. We're asking for how much. So I'm really going to only have to do steps 1 and 2 for this one. Okay, because I'm asking for the discount. How much do they save? How much is the discount? So I want you to pause it, and I want you to see if you can set this one up. You at least just set it up. You don't have to solve it. Just at least do step 1. Okay, so we got, again, I'm going to remind you, P over B equals R over 100. Okay, so now let's set it up. P what you should have got is the total bill is, that's the original cost. That's how much. So that is the B. Okay. And then the 12% is over 100. So this is what we're looking for. The discount. The discount. The portion off. Okay. That is what we're looking for. So with that said, now we're going to cross multiply. Actually, we're going to cross multiply and divide. So I'm going to cross multiply here, and then I'm going to divide. This is just another way that you could do it. You take this and then divide by the 100. Okay? All right. So cross multiply 8. Because what you're going to end up doing is, matter of fact, let me just do it this way. 100x equals 87.43 times 12. And then to get the x by itself, we divide by 100. Divide by 100. That cancels. So again, that's multiplying it this way and then dividing by 100. Okay? So again, that's what it means. Cross multiply and then divide. All right? So when I multiply this, 87.43 times 12, okay? 87.43 times 12 is going to give me 1,049, okay, and 16 cents. And then I'm going to divide that by 100, and that is going to give me $10.49. Okay, so $10.49. That is the discount, okay? And again, because the question is asking me how much do we save, that is our answer, okay? I don't go to step 3 because it's not asking me for the total. It's asking me for how much is off, how much is the discount. So the answer is, all right. Now, we've done 2 examples. I want you to pause it. I want you to try to set up number 3 and 4 with the partner. And then I'm not going to explain it. I'm just going to at least give you the answer so then you can check your work for the next 2 examples. So I want you to work with a partner or with somebody at home or just by yourself if you're alone watching this at home and see if you can figure this out. Here's the example. Pause it if you don't have it already and then see if you can work it out. All right. Hey, if you got this wrong, I want you to look at what you did wrong, see if you can figure out what your mistake is. If not, raise your hand. I'd love to answer any questions that you have. All right, got one more example that we're gonna do in this video, okay? I'm gonna show you the example, pause it, do the example, then go over the answer. Cross multiply, divide by 100. And it's asking me how much money did she save. And so if save is talking about just the discount, okay, just the discount. So we don't have to go beyond. All right, I hope this video has helped you. If you have any questions, if there's something you did not understand, please, you can comment on this video. You can ask those questions. You can tell me at what point, what time in the video did you not understand, why I did something, if something was confusing. I'd love to hear from you, but hopefully you understand how to calculate a discount and then how to compute what the total is after the discount.